Welcome to Swagata's Way of Knowledge.
After the algorithm, we are coming to the next part, that is the flowchart. So what is the flowchart? Flowchart is the pictorial representation of an algorithm. So what are the pictorial representation? Suppose we are taking two numbers, that is x and y. We want to give the addition of these two numbers and we are getting the result z. Or we can say that if we want to add the two numbers, what will be the algorithm in the short? That is the start, take two numbers. Okay, next will be is the sum or add two numbers, result, then is stop. So these are the algorithm. So this algorithm, if we define or we represent this algorithm in a pictorial manner, this is known as the flowchart. So what are the steps or the what are the pictorial of the flowchart? Suppose the start and the stop, these two is defined by the circle. That is start and stop. Both are we are represented by this oval shape. Next will be the input. That means this taking two number and show the output or the result. These two will represent by this shape. This is known as the input or output, which we say as a parallelogram. This shape we will know as the parallelogram. This is the oval shape, and sum or add the two numbers. That is, this is the processing. The symbol of the processing is a rectangle. That is the process. Okay, the process, this line is known as the flow line. Flow line means that the from the start to the input to the process, that means one after another which steps will come, this is defined as the flow line. And another shapes is the connector. Why we need the connector? Suppose I am writing such an algorithm that this is so much huge. So I am unable to complete in the one page and we have to go to the next page. So we use this connector symbol. That means the rest of the part of the algorithm or the flowchart will be continued in the next page. That means suppose in the example we write some in the our copy, that is PTO. So this we can say similarly when the flowchart will be continuation in the next page. So by using the connector, we represent that there is the continuation of the flowchart in the next page. So now we can say in or we can give some little example in the flowchart. Now let's start and give some example of the flowchart. Will be the add the two numbers and show the result. So what will be the flowchart of this program? We know in the flowchart we writing this oval. That means this is represent as the start. That means we're starting the program or this is the start of the flowchart. Next we draw a flow line. That means from this step we are going to the next step. What will be the next step? We are taking the input. That means we take first number because we are taking the two number addition of the two number, and we are taking the second number. Suppose in this program it is written as a we are take addition of the three numbers, then in this process or in this step we have to taking the first number, second number and the third number. Okay, so these are the input. Next we are draw again a flow line, because after that we have to do the proper processing. What will be the processing? That means we have to add these two number. So we are in this part, we are adding two numbers. We are adding two numbers in the process. So this is the third step. After that we draw again a flow line, because from after processing what we'll get, after processing we'll get the output. This is the input and the output, both symbol are the same. That means these are the symbol of the output. What we read, it show the result of sum, because we are adding two numbers, or we can write down the result of the addition, anything we can write. that means this is the output. So start, then input, process, output, and after that it will be complete. Our program will be completed. So that is the again the oval shape. It will be the stop. So this is the flowchart of a addition of a two numbers. So I think you can do, or using the help of this you can do any program in the computer. So now we are taking a second example to clear the flowchart. Okay. Now this is the flowchart that find the greatest of two numbers. So at first we write down the start. Now what will be the second step? That is the input. Input will be the, suppose we read A and B. Suppose these are the two number we are reading, that means we are inputting two number A and B, because we have to find the greatest of two number. Now there is the point of the checking. This is the symbol of the checking. What we will check? We check that is A is equal to B. That means now that this step, this is the checking symbol, we will check that the A and B is equal or not. If the A and B is the equal, that means result, how many results we will get? We are getting the two results. That is, one is yes and another will be no. If the result will be yes, then what will be the output? That means both numbers are the equal. We will get both numbers are equal. Okay. So in this step, we are getting that both numbers are the equal. If the result will come no, that means then A and B are not equal. That means either A will be greater or B will be greater. So this, how we'll find out that which one will be the greater? From this, there is, we are taking another condition. What will be the condition? Is A greater than B? If we are getting that A greater than B, from there we are again taking the two answer. One is the yes, another is the no. If the A is greater than B, we are getting this answer. So, or this result, then what we will get? We will get that A is greater. A is greater. And if we get the answer no, that means if A will be not greater, then B will be greater. That means B is greater. Then B will be the greater number. From this, after that, what we get? Any of this output, we are coming to the final point or final result. So, from this, we can say that from there we can get a common result, that is stop. That means we have find out our result. So find the greatest of two numbers. What we have to do? We have to start, then we have to read two number, because we have to find the greatest number among the two, A and B. Now we have to come for the checking, that is A equal to B. So from this we are getting the two result, either it will be yes or no. If it will be yes, what will be happen? That both number are equals. If no, that means there is a two possibility, that either A will be greater or B will be greater. So again we are getting the two results, that either yes or no. If the yes result will be satisfied, then we can get A is greater. If it will be no, then B is greater. So after that, that means this is the end of the program. We are getting any one of this result. So after that, we have come to the final step, that is the stop. Now we are taking a simple example or simple number. Suppose I am taking here 7 and 9. Okay. So this here it will be checked that 7 equal to 9. No, this is not the 7 and 9 are the not equal. So from here we are getting this no part. So after no part, in the place of the A, 7 will be written, and in the B, 9 will be there. 9 will be stored in the position of the B. So what will be happen? If A greater than B, that means 7 is not greater than 9. That means this yes will be not go. This is yes will be the wrong. So we have come to the this this portion, that is that no. No means B is greater. So what we are taking in the position of the B, that is the 9. So we are getting the result that B is the greater, that means 9 is greater. Or in the position we are taking the two similar number, that is the 3 and 3. So A, in the position of the A, we will store 3, position of the B will store 3. So here you will be checking will be done, 3 equal to 3. Yes, that means both number are the equal. So we will get the this result. So after that the program will be stopped and we will get the both number are the equal. So these are the simple steps or simple process by which we can represent a program. What are the advantage of the flow chart? Advantage is that by the graphical representation we can understand a program very easily. Next will be that if we know what are the symbol used in which of the steps, then we can identify or we can understand the program easily. Next is it is the easily to documentation, because anybody can document any program easily by using the flow chart. And it is another thing is that it is the if error will be happen or error will occur, then it is easily identify the error. So these are the flow chart. And if we say that what are the difference between the algorithm and the flow chart, so at first it is what will be the difference in the algorithm. Algorithm is a written in the simple English language, and the flow chart is a diagrammatical representation of a algorithm. Next is it will be precise, but in the flow chart what will be happen, it is elaborately and by the steps and the symbols we use the algorithm. In the flow chart we use different type of shapes, but in the algorithm we don't use any shapes, just English language we will use. In the flow chart it is the easy documented, and but in the algorithm documentation it not so much easy. And in the flowchart what will be the happen, if any error is occurred, then we can easily identify it, but it is little bit difficult to find out an error in the algorithm. So this is the algorithm and the flowchart by which we can represent or it is a mechanism to write down a program in a logically and the mathematically. So up to this is the my today's class. We will see you in the next video in another topic. Thank you.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe.